Welcome to O2 Groups. This is our last week doing it online. And so we're going to start with worship and then go into our small groups.
There's a song that stirs the spirit, and it calls the heart to life. It's an anthem in the making. Can you feel it start to rise? Can you hear the generations getting louder over time? Every son and every daughter singing out into the night. It's not time to be silent. Don't you dare hide your light. There's a world outside your window, so don't let it pass you by. Lift your hands to the heavens, lift your voice to the sky. Praise the Lord of all creation, let his name be lifted high. Singing, from the famous to the faceless, from the palace to the streets, I can feel that drumbeat pulsing, and it's calling you and me. I can hear the world awaken. Oh, the sound is heavenly. Every tribe and every nation singing Jesus, I believe. It's not time to be silent. Don't you dare hide your light. There's a world outside your window, so don't let it pass you by. Lift your hands to the heavens, lift your voice to the sky. Praise the Lord of all creation, let his name be lifted high. Singing, singing, see the world light up one heart at a time. See the strongholds break in a blink of an eye. Death and all our sin nowhere in sight. For the Lord, he is alive. See the lost return from the dead of the night. Every captive free, every chain left behind. Have you ever seen such a beautiful sight? All the world coming alive. See the world light up one heart at a time. See the strongholds break in the blink of an eye. Death and all our sin nowhere in sight. For the world, he is alive. See the lost return from the dead of the night. Every captive freed, every chain left behind. Have you ever seen such a beautiful sight? All the world coming alive. Singing, it's not time to be silent. Don't you dare hide your light. There's a world outside your window, so don't let it pass you by. Lift your hands to the heavens, lift your voice to the sky. Praise the Lord of all creation, let his name be lifted high.
Hey, what's up, Oxygen? Thank you, worship team. Wow, can you believe it? Next week, we start our first in-person large group at Green Bay First Oxygen service. So that's next week here at 6:30. So technically we start at 7, but I encourage everyone to get here around 6:30 because that gives us time to hang out and catch up and all that. So we'll have the game room open with the Xboxes, the basketball, the air hockey, all that. So that'll be open, and we'll have time to hang out and relax and just catch up. And man, I miss everyone, and I can't wait to see you for more than 5 minutes in passing here and there at the food pantry. I see a lot of you I see a lot of you at church, but we don't get a chance to talk, and that's what's great about Wednesday nights is we'll have a lot more time next week when we start here. So it's really, really exciting that we're finally going to get to do that. So that's next week, 6:30 here at Green Bay First in the Oxygen Youth Room. So that's our announcements. And I guess I should mention we do have this still. We're still going to be all masked, distancing a little bit too as well, just as we should. You're kind of used to that now, just the norm stuff. You're used to it. It's going to be the same way at school, store, everywhere. It's with us for a while. It's here too. So just understand those are the expectations. And within that, we're just going to have a blast. We're going to have a great time. We are just really, really excited to see everyone here. So that's what we have going on. And tonight, we have the fourth and last message or small group that we, in the whole Made New series. So how has it been for you? Can you believe January is almost gone? What's today, the 27th? That means we have like 4 more days in January. It's crazy. It's flying by. So as you look back, tonight's a good night to think about it. How's it been for you? Has it been, a good start to a new year? Or is it another same old start to just another new year? What is it for you? So we'll have some time to talk about that tonight. We also have a topic that we want to cover. And to lead into that topic, I just have a couple of questions for you. I want you to think about this. How would your parents describe you? How would your siblings describe you? If we said, who is, fill in the blank, your name, and you weren't there, this was just like a, hey, come here, no one's ever going to hear this. Give me 3 words to describe her so-and-so. What would they say? What would your parents say? What would your siblings say? What would your friends say? Who are you to them? What would your best friend or best friends say? Who would they say you are? Think about it. Has it changed? I can remember 6th grade, I went through a skateboarding phase, found out I wasn't very good at that, beat up my knees and shins quite a bit. So then I moved on to another phase. I thought, I can do basketball. And then I realized that I wasn't going to grow at all, and I was already kind of short. I didn't grow till I was probably maybe 11th grade. Between 10th and 11th grade, I think I grew the most. So it wasn't happening. Basketball was not in the cards for me. So then I moved on to another phase. And actually, I think I moved on to a phase of I had no idea. 8th grade, I just really had no idea who I was. I couldn't tell you what my identity was. But, 9th and 10th grade comes around, and then I realized, I just want to be friends with everyone. And, I can get into sports and try that, and maybe that will help. Again, I didn't learn my lesson with basketball, so I tried this time with tennis. I was okay. The school I was at, anyone could make the team, so, hey, there you go. I got an in. Then, it just kind of wore out, and I realized I couldn't find who I really wanted to be. And I just kind of bounced from, hey, maybe this will fit, maybe this will fit. And, every time it's like you kind of get your hopes up, And then they kind of get dashed because you realize you can't do that. What's up, Christopher? Good to see you, man. So every time you're like, oh, I can do this. Maybe this is the ticket. Maybe this is the thing I need to get. And then every time it feels like, oh, nope, you're not good enough to do that. That's not a good fit. So it's just kind of, it drains you a little bit. College, same thing. I went there and I tried to get into sports again. This time it was hockey. I made some friends. I had some good friends that came out of that. But really, everything I did, it's like I felt unsatisfied, or like nothing was ever really a good fit. It really left me feeling kind of empty. And I think a lot of us go through that. You try to find your identity in all these different things. Tonight, we're going to shift that a little bit, and I want to encourage you to find your identity, not in who your siblings say you are, or your friends, or even who you say you are. I'd like you to try to find your identity in who Jesus says you are. I struggled really hard for a long time, and I know a lot of us do that. I know a lot of you are going through that right now. And it's normal. It happens, and it's just the way things go. It's part of growing up, and it's part of learning who you are. But there is hope. There's hope at the end of the tunnel. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's hope at the end of this. Because if we can find out who Jesus says we are, that's probably worth knowing. Let's see. Let me think this through. Let's see. Jesus, A, created us. B, died for us. C, rose from the dead to give us new life, new hope. So if somebody creates you, dies, brutally murdered, but rises from the dead, it's probably a good idea to listen to what they say, don't you think? That's how I look at it. So that's what I encourage you tonight. Find out who Jesus says you are and get comfortable with that and accept that and be grateful for that. Settle into that. I think you can really, really find happiness and contentment and peace if we can do that. Because when we do that, all the other stuff, it's just noise. And it helps us really to focus on those things that matter the most. So focus on that tonight. And let's look at what the things are that we can control and let the rest go. And that's how this can be a new year, and we can really be made new this year by going with that and finding out who our identity in Jesus is. So we're going to read some verses, talk it over, and I really want you to think about that tonight and set the stage for the rest of the year. All right. Well, have a great time tonight with your O2 group. It's going to be a while before we meet again as O2 groups, maybe sooner than later. Think about it. If you're interested in continuing that, let your leader know, and we'll take it from there. Have a great night, and I will see everybody next week here at 6:30. All right.